Hey everybody, today we're back in the greenhouse and we're going to talk about one of my favorite things to grow in the landscape and garden, tomatoes. Whether you say tomato or tomato, it doesn't really matter. But there are a few important things to remember when planting tomatoes in your garden here in San Antonio. The first thing when you're planting them in spring is to plant them as early as possible. The reason being, with tomatoes, you want to get them in the ground or in the containers that they're going to be growing in to try to get them up to the size before the nighttime temperatures turn above 70 degrees. Once the nighttime temperatures are consistently above 70 degrees, tomato plants will flower a little bit, but they don't set fruit. So getting them started early and getting them up to size is going to make a big difference on the amount of tomatoes that you produce. Now, there are a lot of great varieties of tomatoes, from the little tiny cherry tomatoes to the really big slicing Beefmaster. It's really kind of a personal preference. Another thing, every year at the San Antonio Stock Show and Rodeo, they introduce a new variety of tomatoes. This year's variety is the Bobcat, which is kind of a large one, great slicing tomato. The last thing I want to mention about growing tomatoes is, number one, try to get them supported up on a tomato cage or staking them. Also, unlike a lot of plants that you plant, tomatoes actually like to be planted a little bit deep. So instead of planting them flush with the ground like you would most things, it's actually a good thing to plant them a little bit deep. If at any time we can help you with anything in your landscape or garden, we're here at the Garden Center on the corner of Bandera and Prue Road. We're open 7 days a week. My name's Wayne Harrell. Come by and see us.